was three things that he said was really powerful here. Pride is a thief, and arrogance will shut the door to your harvest. Pride is a thief. So you got to see pride as a thief. That's why you got to see him. That's why he said, humble yourselves, and then he can do something. Are you hearing me? So pride is a thief. Arrogance will shut the door to your harvest. Pride disconnects you from right people. Leaders, if I never tell you anything else, you got to stay humble before and with your leaders. Because pride will shut the door, are you hearing me? And it will disconnect you from right relationships and right people. Are y'all still with me in this house? Come on, somebody. Eat what I'm telling you. This is more mature words that God's allowing us to release here in this body. And that should be, you should be thankful for that. We're no longer children tossed to and fro by every wind of doctrine. But we're starting to grow up and to mature and to be sound in what we believe in the direction that we're headed. And God's honoring that with Himself. That's the greatest honor that you could ever get from God, is Himself. That's the greatest reward to me. So pride will disconnect you. Okay, now I'm going to give you one more quote, and then I'm going to give you a couple of scriptures and give you a chance to respond. Many will become poor trying to appear rich. Let me say that again. Many will become poor trying to appear rich. Anybody ever heard that? Oh, keep up with the Joneses? Huh? Okay, we're not going to do that, right? Some of you might be the Joneses. If you are, I'm not talking about you personally. Proverbs 16 and 18. And I'm going to bring it down through a couple of scriptures here. Proverbs 16 and 18. Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Let's go on into the next one. Proverbs chapter 3 and 5. I can quote it by heart. Should be able to. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not to your own understanding. Humility and trust with God is kind of connected. If I'm humble before Him, that means I trust Him. That means I recognize someone greater than myself. If you never get anything else, you got to recognize someone greater than yourself, or you'll never have need. And if you never have need, you never position yourself for a miracle. You never position yourself to gain or to receive anything because you have need of nothing. Are y'all hearing me? We tearing down some pride. Come on. Malachi chapter 3 and verse number 10, he said, bring ye all the tithe into the storehouse, that there may be meat in my house. That's a key that shows trust. 10% of what I got, and I shouldn't be having to always camp on that. I'm talking to the givers and I'm talking to the tithers. This is what I'm talking to and training and equipping this morning, okay? Bring all the tithe into the storehouse. That's an act of faith. That means it shows trust. Are you hearing me today? So if it shows trust, that means I trust the one I'm looking to as my source. And it ain't the church. It ain't my job. Even though I've got an assignment, I've got to work as unto the Lord, whatever He's given me to put my hand to. But my source, come on, is Jesus. And that's who I keep my heart with. That's who I keep right with. In Malachi chapter, okay, he said, bring all the tithe, and now see if I won't pour you out that blessing. Okay? The greatest thing that the devil's trying to do is not rob you, but rob God of the chance to see you prosper. Because the devil is really not your enemy, he's God's enemy. And so he can't defeat him because he's already defeated. So the only thing he can do is try to destroy God's people, deceive God's people, and keep you in a place where you don't enter into the covenant. Come on. Because when you enter into the covenant, come on, it brings God pleasure. And he's trying to rob God of the pleasure of His children. Oh, y'all hearing me? We went to Deuteronomy last time and said He takes pleasure in the prosperity of His servants. Last time I checked, we were sons. Last time I checked, we were a little bit greater than servants. But our sonship and our humility caused us to serve. Mark chapter number 12, and I'm going to end right here. 41, and Jesus sat over against the treasury and beheld how the people cast in their money, or the money into the treasury. And many that were rich cast in much. There came a poor widow woman, and she threw in 2 mites, which would make a farthing. And He called to His disciples and said unto them, Verily I say unto you that the poor widow hath cast in more than all them which cast into the treasury today. For they did all cast out of their abundance. But she cast it in out of all she had, out of all her living, meaning she was putting all her trust in God at that moment. And you think God don't pay attention to your offerings? Jesus just showed us right here that He sat there in a setting like this, in a synagogue, which was a church, and He sat there, and when she came up, the Bible says He called His disciples over. I did this analogy one day. He called the religion would have thrown us out. But Jesus, come on, He called His disciples to Him while they're up giving an offering. And He starts teaching His disciples, and He says, you see that woman? She gave more than all of them did. Imagine standing in a church today, and me standing over here talking to my disciples, and I'm teaching them, and I'm showing them, I'm saying, look at this, you see that? She gave more than everybody here. In the middle of church. I mean, come on. You know, we in the synagogue, bro. You tell me He don't pay attention to it? But when you come today, you've got to empty yourself of, well, we're rich, we're blessed. Yeah, we are blessed. But we're in need of everything. From the one that can give it. You don't come to the King without need. You come to Him this morning because you have need of a miracle. Because you have need of His provision. Because you have need of His hand on your life. You have need of His hand on your finances. Are you hearing me today? And He showed us a heart posture and said that woman right there gave more than all because her heart was right. And she gave everything she had, showing the faith that she had, that she was in trust of the one that she was bringing it to. And that He would do what He said He would do, and He would be what He said He would be. I call you blessed today. If you have anything to give today, look, there's envelopes back there in your seat there. You can fill it out. There's also a QR code right here to give. Very quick and easy. You can hit that. Go on there, N-Vizion link. You can go on, if it's tithes and offerings, hit the box wherever it is that you're giving to. We like to come up and we like to honor God because we're not going to lose in the pursuit of what we think ministry should be. We're not going to lose the heart of what this thing's supposed to be. Okay? And we're going to come to the one that we trust in with all of our hearts today. Because I'm going to trust Him today because I need Him today. I need a miracle today. I don't know about y'all. I need a miracle. I need about 5 miracles. And I know who to come to because I know who the miracle worker is. Are you hearing me today? So when you come today, you take a hold of whatever you're believing God for. Whatever He's moving on you, if it's something to sow or give, if it's your tithe and that's all you're bringing, and you're saying, God, I trust You to be my provider, then today I'm going to correct things, and I need You in every way in my life. I need You. Got to have You. Are you hearing me today? All right, let's get us some music, and I'll give you a chance to honor God today.